Welcome everybody to the Rainbow Open. Today we have two teams, Charybdis and Donglers here. Very interesting two teams here. I am Red Ninja. Joining me today is Kurzak. Kurzak, take us a little rundown of what we're expecting today.
Alright, so with Charybdis, we're going to have a few players going out. We have Fern, who's going to be our tank player. We have Afro, who's going to start to be our DPS players. We have Cloxer, who is a ringer for today, who's a flex DPS. We have Penaguchi, who's going to be one of the supports. And then Klaus, who's going to be another support. On the Dongler side, we're going to have Finn the Human, who's going to be our main tank for this game. There's Zippy Bloom, who's another DPS. We're going to go with Sandshrew for other DPS, Ronin and Eucalorians are going to be our two supports for this.
Good to know. And getting into first map here on Control, we're looking at Nepal. Tell me what we're expecting here going into Nepal. What are we looking at? What are we expecting these two teams to kind of run? I know you yourself are actually a player, fun fact, of the Donglers. So tell me a little bit about what we're what we're expecting to see without giving away too much information, because we don't want Christmas to know.
Oh, I got you there, Ninja. So a few things that's gonna run down. We're working on Nepal. There's a few maps. We have the infamous Boop spot, and we have a few others like Shrine, a few others. If we're running out on, let's see actually what we are running out on. But we're gonna be looking at a lot of rush comps, possibly a little bit of dive, something like that. Brawl's kind of seen here. I haven't played it too much. We want to get in close, close those distance. Another good one is Poke for these really open valleyways. We're going to see a few maps that have very small points, but then very open points. Right now, we're going to be looking at, I believe, Sanctum.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
see.
taking decades to load, but no matter. Still continuing this conversation. So when you're looking at Nepal, very infamous map, very beautiful map, and like you talked about, a lot of you're going to be running probably a lot of rush comps or maybe a lot of poke comps. Tell me a little bit, and actually we are in, I call it Times Square. I know it is not the name, however, it's just a square in the middle of the control point, so that's what I call it. But tell me a little bit about what we're kind of expecting teams here to run and kind of what their game plan is going to be going into this.
So the two teams are running a pseudo rush comp. We're looking at the Donglers with a very rush comp. They want to get in the face. They want to find a target, run them down, get them, end it all. And then we're looking at Charybdis, who's running, it looks like, a dive on the side. We're going to keep that Brig and Ana far back, away from anything. Don't let them get pushed on. And then we're going to keep basically finding those out of position targets just to get them down.
Yeah, and starting off here, we have Fern on the monkey here, just doing a little bit of poke damage, nothing really much going on here. A little bit of technical difficulties going on.
The objective is now active.
Alright, Ninja, big thing in that fight was just complete spread. I think the Donglers out here were a little too spread for this comp. You know, you're getting that dive with that Brig in the backline, you're not getting too much in there.
Yeah, apologies. I'm having a little bit of difficulties here with my eyes. However, I will try my best to get in as soon as possible here. Going into this next fight, looking at the Donglers here as they are going to be rushing in quickly. Not much there sustained as Charybdis are going to back up. A dive coming in for Fern as he is taken down by Sandshrew here. Sandshrew onto the backline there, nothing else. Zippy able to take out the Tracer, and very slow otherwise, but they do end up capping the point there. A dive coming in as they are going to be rushing, and it looks like they're just going to be slowly backing up. Actually, as I say that, they're looking to take out this break for the stagger. Fern's going to get out just barely with his life, and that will be end of fight 2. A little bit of Cloxer there trying to scare them off the point there, and he is taken away.
Yeah, good thing about this fight, really good, was, you know, Donglers got in there, they found their target, they took them out as soon as possible.
Yeah, there, and the EMP comes in, so there's a sticky bomb. Nothing there. Zippy finding both backlines too. Zippy with 3 coming in here. Asfro, not a lot there, and the huge EMP there for Zippy, eliminating 3 there. An amazing performance there for the side of Donglers.
Yep, that EMP is gonna do damage there, Ninja. EMP, half health. We're talking plus damage for the Sombra. We're talking not abilities for a few seconds. That can cost them the game.
An EMP comes out there onto the side of Charybdis, able to find 2. Sandshrew going to ultimate, finds 2. Finn popping this primal rage here, able to take out claws. Nothing else really going to be popped here. And again, the 3rd fight going to the side of Donglers, or excuse me, 4th fight going to the side of Donglers here.
See, the Charybdis is trying to move up that left side. It's looking well. They tried the same EMP that the Donglers did, but the problem was I don't feel like they had enough backup here.
Hoxer with the pick on the Zippy there. Not a lot going on right now. Fern, Donglers are going to pop the Lucio beat there, and the point is flipped onto the side of Charybdis here. Not much else. A huge anti coming from Penguchi. Cloxer and Claws able to finish off Finn and Sandshrew. Astral able to take out Run in there, and that will be a team wipe there with 99% left for the side of Donglers.
Special delivery.
See, there, the Charybdis got their target. They finally found that target in the back line. They found their Lucio or their Moira. Best chance they got here. Got it, and then the team just crumbles. That's the thing about a rush. They have to stick kind of close-knit and together, but here we're not seeing that very much from the Donglers.
No, not quite here. And looking here, Zippy Bloom with the EMP. Clocks are 86% away from that as well. Looking for some type of engagement here. The Donglers are just going to be poked out right now. Charybdis kind of taking a little bit of spam. The EMP comes out, hitting 3, and counter EMP there. Astro hitting the pulse bomb there onto Yulklaron. Clocks are able to take out Ronin there. Not much else coming through currently. The entry a little bit low, but 91% to that Death Blossom. Getting chased down by Asfro. Asfro able to take it out. The Nano comes out onto on the Fern there. Fern finishing the kill on the Finn there. Not much left as Charybdis is going to clean up the Donglers here. Claws with the 2K to finish this round out 1-0. Going into the way of Charybdis.
Score 1-0.
See, Ninja, that's what I like to call ult economy. I think the Donglers went up in probably 2 ultimates, EMP, and I believe Primal from Winston there. Keeps him alive. Good stall, and the EMP can do a lot of damage. But Charybdis just had the ult economy. They had the Nano ready, they had Rally, and they had every ult almost in their bank.
Yeah, and speaking of, it seemed like the Donglers kind of struggled there. As soon as the point was taken away from them, they didn't really know what to do. Going into this round 2, what do you think Donglers' game plan is switching up here?
Big thing to switch up. We're swapping to a more or less bunker Rhine comp. We want to get in their face, get them down. We want control of the point here. We need to find them, wear them down with their ability.
Exactly here. Going into their Fern looking a little, excuse me, not Fern. Finn looking a little bit low there. Fern able to take out the Immortality Field. Already Ronin 63% to his window there. Finn going to push in, swinging his hammer long and hard, but Fern able to counteract and take it down. Zippy able to take out Claws. Astro trading out Zippy there. Fern with his ultimate already, no shift available. Wall comes out for the side of Charybdis, and here we go as they're going to chase down these last few. Fern finds the Mei, but that is really about it, and first fight goes to Charybdis.
Yeah, Ninja, we're going to look here with 2 different varieties of this comp. Charybdis is running the Ramatro, while Donglers is running the Rhine. Both have their ups and downs. I'd say Rhine has that mobility and that big shield. Keep his team, get him across gaps, and Ramatro just has that pure punching power.
TP coming through onto the side of Donglers. Donglers trying to look for something. Window does come out for Pangucci. They're going to look to rotate here. Not much else coming through. Window of their own. Finn hitting a nice fire strike onto Pangucci there. Ronin popping the window there. Shatter on board for Finn. Really low HP, 60 HP getting punched down. Euchlorian takes out Fern actually. Astro trades out Chlorian here. Zippy with the 2. Getting claws, Shan. Oh, Zippy also getting clocks or Sandshrew able to take out Afro as well. And there we're going to have a point flip, 51% on Charybdis side. Meanwhile, Donglers 3% and counting currently.
That's a prime example of why Ramatra, good, but also not good against Ryan sometimes. Ryan can LOS that ultimate like it's nothing. The entire team, all they have to do is hide behind the shield, and none of that's going to come damage him.
Yeah, exactly. That Rhine shield, especially with that buff, definitely a lot stronger and more viable now, even just by 300 HP. Finn going to throw a fire strike into 3 peel. Faces the shatter, comes out, able to land at least 1 on the Clockser. Otherwise, not really found any value. Both teams throw out Immortality Field and destroyed. Ronin goes down to Fern. The beat comes out from the Euchlorian. Not much else. Currently just playing around each other's walls. 97% for Clockster's ultimate, and there we go. Fern is in, punching and swinging away, able to find Finn. Anything else? Super low 2 gets onto Zippy. Claws able to finish off Euchlorian and Astral, able to take out Sandshrew. And again, a flip there, quite even, as 53% to 53% and counting for Charybdis.
See, the Donglers had a really good position there. They kept on the point, they kept rotating around, all good. But Charybdis had the ability to just get in their face, use ults properly. One of my favorite things is watching Simwall come out and the Sim just being able to gain level 3, instantly take down what they needed to take down.
Wall comes out for the side of Clockser here. Sandshrew currently in the backline, possibly looking for an ultimate here. Meanwhile, was chased out by Fern. Window does come out. A couple frozen here. Nothing else really happening. Clocks are able to take out Zippy. Fern able to take out Run-Ins Immortality Field. Finn trading out Clockser here. DP comes out for Asfro, and he's able to actually take out Sandshrew as well. The Shatter comes down, 3 down. No follow-up though, as they are still alive. Currently, Claws taking out Euchlorian here. Nothing else coming. Fern with the popped. Ooh, and there we have it. Caribbean taking over map 1. Donglers not able to touch that last fight there. And incredible game all around there, but quite dominant on the side of Charybdis.
Definitely dominant on the side of Charybdis. I'm going to have to give it to Charybdis for taking it back here. It was just succession after succession. We're looking at 2 dominant big comps here. We're looking at these really good dive comps. You know, Charybdis is on the Donglers backline, on a target, always ready to be there. We're also looking at the Donglers swapping over to the Rhine comp to be able to keep that shield. Has really good movement, is able to keep the Rom from using his ult really well. But otherwise than that, Ninja, I'm going to have to say, Donglers did not use their ults properly. There were several times we had instances where ults would come out too soon with beats, or we're looking May ults that are getting nobody. I think Charybdis had the ult advantage on this one.
100%. Now, going into map 2, we are going to be expecting a lot of things. We'll get more into that. However, we are going to take a quick 60-second break. Let these players breathe. Let us get a little bit of water. Don't go anywhere. Map 2 coming soon. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you got a little quick snack, a little quick water break, as so did we. And the teams, I think, are ready to go into map 2, just in case you're tuning in now. Charybdis is over Donglers right now, 1-0. You just saw a quick 2-0 sweep from Charybdis on Nepal there. Getting into map 2, we are going to in Midtown. Karzak, walk us through what we're going to be expecting here going into map 2 here.
In map 2, we're going to get Midtown. We're going to get small corridors, maybe some open more points, but we're going to be looking at big rush comps. We want to get into that point, take control, not be able to get anywhere but in their face. On Midtown, this first point's going to be a little more open. We're going to have a few different high ground areas to come in from. We're going to have the mid, train, and even all the way on the left side where you can sneak around. In my opinion here, probably going to be best to rush. You have any favorite comps, Ninja?
Me personally, I love to run the Reinhardt. You know, I used to run Roadhog 1, but after coming into Overwatch 2 and kind of near the end of Overwatch 1, I realized that Roadhog isn't really cutting it anymore, so I love to run me some Reinhardt. Ramacha's also pretty good. I love me some Sigma, but definitely love to run those rush comps. Winston, I would say, is my favorite dive tank. I play a bit of everything, if you can't tell myself, but honestly, if I have to give you a solid one defining answer, I would say give me Reinhardt every day and every night of the week.
Reinhardt is my favorite too. I can give you that one. So here we're looking at the Donglers running a dive pseudo comp with the Hanzo. This is going to be good for pelting people that may be standing still out in the open, sending logs everywhere they can. Charybdis is going to be running the ROM defense. It maybe is going to be a little bit harder for the Donglers to push in. This ROM is aggressive. He is strong. This Hanzo's not going to be able to let them get through, and this Maywall is going to cut everyone off. I personally think the team comp is on the Charybdis side.
100%. And getting into this, we're going to see Finn here jumping into the backline, already half HP. Sandshrew having to use recall. Euchlorian super low there as Fern is going to pop his shift. And is there Aso able to find Finn quickly? And it looks like already Donglers are just going to back up here. Not a lot of space to be given with the monkey down. And it looks like Charybdis are going to be chasing their whole Zippy, able to get away with the wall climb. But unluckily for Euchlorian, they do not have the wall climb themselves. And that is going to be the end of first fight quickly, as Donglers gonna have to regroup.
You see it, Ninja. As soon as they come in, you turn, you collapse on the monkey, it's over. We're not going to be seeing a lot of big dives down here. We're going to be getting into this fight. We're going to be looking at that monkey when he dives.
Yeah, and coming into this, Finn looking to just kind of poke a little bit. Zippy was half HP. They're getting slowly back up. Fern again was also half HP. Finn going in for the dive here. Ronin followed up with a nice nade there, able to take out Bangucci. Finn able to take out Azo, but Fern has different plans going into this backline with the annihilation. It looks like they're going to try to kill this May. They do. Sandra with the finishing blow here, and it looks like only Fern is still left alive and kicking, but not much. A 4v1 on this side. Going to pop a shift here. Only has Lucio. Claus is 1 HP though, trying to force the Sandshrew to use recall. 2 ticks almost going to the side of Donglers there. A thick, huge Sandshrew able to forge out Pengucci's immortality field. Aso able to take out Euchlorian, and it looks like the Donglers are coming, or excuse me, the Charybdis are going to be coming back and only going to give up one, barely 2 ticks, and an amazing retake on the side of Charybdis.
See, this is what the Donglers are trying to do. We're trying to poke out, we're trying to get a little bit of point, we're trying to get Charybdis off their game. As you can see, the Ramatra went off to go kill that Ano, but the monkey comes in the backline with a perfect dive. We're going to get a little bit of points, a little bit here. We're looking at a window here, maybe dragons to cut off. We're looking for that poke again here as well.
Yeah, looking there, Finn is going to dive in again. Otherwise, Fern is going to walk into this back line onto the Euchlorian. Half HP, not a lot of shield though. It looks the sleep coming out for Ronin, missing. Finn in the back line, taking out Genie. Ronin able to finish off Fern here. Zippy, as you can see here, just taking some shots there. 1 HP. The Asphalt able to take out Aso, excuse me, able to take out Euchlorian with the pulse bomb. And there we go, Asphalt from amazing target priority there. Able to ignore Sandshrew and take out and take out the Ronin there. Otherwise, it looks like they're just going to kind of just finish off here. Aceville getting the final blow there onto Zippy. Been trying his best to get out, not able to.
That's gonna be it here. I'm telling you, this ROM comp, now it might not be as mobile as the dive, but it has sustainability. This ROM can fall, this Tracer can fall, half a team can fall, and yet the May can stay on, the Bab can use Lamp. We're looking for a quick dive, most likely Nano as well.
Going in there, Fern looking, possibly gets slept, but is woken up immediately. He's going to press the Q to win button here. It's able to take out Ronin. Nothing else, 24 HP, 29 HP as he is slowly being healed by Claws here. Not a lot else of healing there. Claws taken out by Santa Cruz Pulse Bomb, 340 HP. There we go. Fern taking out the whole back line there, and that will do it. Quick little flick for the Pulse Bomb just for a little bit of show. Sadly missed it though, and there we go. 58% is all the Donglers got, as Charybdis is going to be taking over on attack now. There is no such thing as draws in this situation. It's win or lose. And wow.
Charybdis is coming in with the ROM like I have seen almost no other team. This ROM is on point 24/7. Every time that backline gets left alone, we get in there, it's over. You've seen this ROM fall a few times to the backline, but the sustainability is insane. We are not going to see anything else like this. I can tell you, this map is either hard rush or hard dive, and Charybdis is pulling off a pretty good brawl comp.
100%. And Fern there, if you were watching there, every time he was in the back line, I don't know how many times I saw his HP go below 50, and he still come out alive and have enough time to shift again and then get that, I think, pardon me if I'm wrong, but 150 armor, plus Claus's, healing, which isn't much on Lucio, but with the speed amp, enough where he can go back in. And quite frankly, that impressed me the most out of everything there. Fern staying patient and staying vigilant, and they're basically in the Donglers backline the whole time.
Klaus's Lucio is probably what kept Fern's Ramontra there alive half the time. Whether even it's that tiny bit of healing or that quick speed to get him out, that is what will keep you up. Rom is the probably best character for defense if you're going like that. His shield block with his hands, once he puts him up, I don't think anything's killing him at that point. Here, the Charybdis is looking at a Bastion rush with the Ramontra. They're teleporting with the Sim.
Very interesting there indeed. Nothing else. The Dynamite came out for on the side of Zippy there. Been realizing what he just dove into and is able to get out. Otherwise, nothing else really happening. That looks like Charybdis is just going to be playing in this room, looking for the TP again. Going to TP behind. Going to take out, melt this monkey instantly. Fern charges Finn up there. I don't even know how that is possible. Zippy taking a couple shots onto ASO, but otherwise nothing. Fern able to take out Euphorian there, and it looks like this might be GG's within 60 seconds. Already one tick. Fern is popping up, able to take out Ronin with a fire strike. Nobody's going to able to touch on the side of Donglers, and as I say,
for the last touch.
Finn comes in for the last touch, but that will do it. And Charybdis with the easy, and I mean easy, sweep there. Probably the fastest map I have seen gone by in this tournament so far. Took that in literally less than 60 seconds.
And I'm telling you, we are coming into this comp. You see this, you see a monkey, you see that rush, you get on him, you get a little Ash, a little poked from a distance. As soon as I saw that Rhine Sim come out, in my mind was screaming, they're gonna TP! They're gonna TP! That is the most mobile comp I can think of with a Rhine. And with the Bastion on top of it, all he has to do is shave his shift, and anything coming his way is obliterated. Probably one of my favorite comps to run, just to mess around with, and competitive, quick play, whatever you want. And as we see it, it works here too.
100%. And that was a really fast map. I mean, when you're talking about fast, that is like the definition of brawl, correct me if I'm mistaken, is go fast, go hard, or go home. And that's what they did. They went fast and they went hard, no pun intended there, but it's amazing what Charybdis has shown us so far, and already at match point, and we've been here for what, 35 minutes? 2 maps already? I don't know about you, but Donglers have to come up with a plan to hopefully bring this back and maybe get a reverse sweep. Otherwise, Charybdis is going to take the sweep of their own with a 3-0 coming into map 3.
I agree with you on that one. Trust me, the Donglers aren't out of it yet. I can tell you though, with these comps looking like this, Charybdis is killing it. Donglers gonna have a run for their money.
100%. And, getting into map 3, actually, on that note, map 3 is going to be coming after this short little break, about 5 minutes. So, again, don't go anywhere. We are going into a map 3. Will Charybdis take it 3-0, or will the Donglers start the reverse sweep? Who knows? Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, to map 3 of Charybdis versus Donglers of the Rainbow Open tournament here. And again, if you're just joining us, I am Red Ninja, and here joining Kurzak. And again, as we talked about, Charybdis versus Donglers. And if you're just tuning in, it is 2-0 Charybdis going their way. And a question that we asked before the break was, can Charybdis finish off this sweep with a 3-0 after a quick taking of map 2, literally their attack being less than 60 seconds between out of spawn and onto the point, getting that final capture percentage? Or will the Donglers come back and perform this reverse sweep? We will see. However, going to my buddy over here, Kurzak, tell me a little bit about what we're going to be seeing on this escort map, Shambali Monastery. One of my personal favorites, actually.
Shambali Monastery is a great map. Long sight lines, very, very great high grounds. Probably the most notorious high grounds in all of the new maps in Overwatch 2. I can say I've had more problems with snipers on this map than anything else. This is going to be your hard widows, your Hanzos, your Ashes. These people are going to have a blast. This is a DPS diff here. Whichever DPS sniper is going to be doing damage here is who's going to be going. Two comps we're most likely to see here. Either a hard poke from the defense or at least maybe a poke from the attack. I've seen a lot of times that attack likes to rush, get on that high ground, destabilize the poke as any way possible, run as fast as possible. Now, there is a possibility dive can be run here as well. That second point high ground is notorious for snipers. Getting on there as fast as possible, keeping their sight lines to a minimum, or even eliminating them is going to be key here. Then we swap to around third point. We're going to hit in probably, surprisingly, even more of a brawly style. In my opinion...
Indeed. Sorry, go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, you're fine. I'd have a question for you. On Shambali, snipers have been pretty rampant throughout Overwatch. Do you have any opinions on the recent changes to some of the snipers like Hanzo and Widow, their damage being slightly nerfed?
I mean, honestly, I was one of those people that was kind of like, I never really said that Widow was OP. Every game has a sniper, and every game, if you hit a headshot with the sniper rifle, you die. Now, I do believe that it was a little bit broken in the aspect of she can be a click and shoot hero with the right hands. However, generally, Widow was pretty easy to counter, even with a really good. You just had to play it safe and play it smart and play a little bit more cautious than you had to. But the nerfs, I think, were good, and now she's in a more balanced era where it's no longer you just have to play Widow, and it's more so just now there's room for people like Ashes and for Ash and Hanzo's. Excuse me, I said Ashes. That was a player yesterday. I'm still on that. I'm still on their name there. I did want to point out something, kind of changing topic a little bit. Fern, Charybdis tank player, got his wisdom teeth removed yesterday and is playing with, I assume, to be basically no communication coming from him, because as somebody who had their wisdom teeth removed this year, you can't talk. You can't talk at all, especially in that bottom area of the jaw. It's so hard to move your jaw. So kudos to Fern for basically playing out of his mind with basically no communication here. And immediately we're going to jump right into it. Sandshoe getting charged by Fern there. Otherwise, a very ballsy play for the side of Wall coming up, and Fern is going down to Zippy. Gucci tried to throw the Mortality Field there, but it's taken out by Ronin there. The quick little headshots coming in from Sandshoe. Zippy able to get the second pick onto Aso there, and it is going to be a quick haul. Sandshoe with the real quick headshot there. Zippy with 3, and Finn getting the pin on the Cloxer, and a real quick fight win for the Donglers there.
Listen, we're looking at a high-risk, high-reward situation. Charybdis was looking to stay close, get in there, not let them get past this first choke point. A valiant effort, but that spawn is too close in my opinion. You can swap comps, get in there, get out as much as you need. We're looking for a little poke here, swapping to the Ramattra instead of the Rhine, maybe to bring back some of that pizzazz from map 2.
Yeah, Fern going a little bit low there. Have to use his shift there in order to possibly stay alive there. Fern still half HP. The window does come out from Ronin. And then looking here, Asfo has to back up from his little position here. Ronin's window is still up, and it looks like Fern going to have his catastrophe there, or excuse me, the Ram ult there. Zippy with the wall as well. Not a lot happening there. Q is pressed by Fern. Super low HP, barely able to get down. Finn able to pin Penguchi there. The Euclorian does use B, and the wall does come out. Blocked and taken out by Zupi. Level 3 is just so freaking strong. Excuse my language there. And Finn looking for a couple more picks there. Zippy able to take out Fern as well. And Finn, the little smack onto Aso's face. 4 minutes, 30 seconds going into checkpoint B.
Ninja, we are looking at what I call almost a steamroll coming up to this second point. We're looking at ults come out at strange times, beat going off late, Ramantra suffering, coming out almost immediately, May ult coming out a little staggered. It was just a desperate attempt to keep that point, I think. You know, we're coming into this next fight, BAP with window, but we have Ryan Shatter and May Blizz. In my opinion, I think this window's going to come around this corner. They're going to hopefully try to get him on this long angle.
Hopefully, that's the plan at least. Looking here, though, it looks like Finn is going to try and look for the Shatter there, but pull out his ultimate there. Ronin able to take out Banguchi. Sandshrew going down by Fern. Finn taking out Cloxer with a nice fire strike there, and they're just going to look to clean up Aso. Oh, Aso, you cannot escape. Zippy able to get the final elimination there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Donglers have one more touch. Otherwise, it is going to be a quick capture of checkpoint B.
Well, here we're looking at ult economy once again. The windows are going to come out just like that. Hopefully looking at a Shatter here too.
The windows do come out for both sides. Finn trying to pin his own May there, not successful though. Sandshrew taking out Cloxer, Ronin taking out Fern, Aso able to take out Zippy with the dynamite finally, but there already checkpoint B is going to be taken there. 4 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock there. Ronin able to take out Penguchi there. And again, Donglers are currently steamrolling right now. 4 minutes in this time bank, and they're already rounding first corner up to checkpoint C.
This is looking like a brand new team here, Ninja, and we're still coming up with the ult economy. We're going to get that Ramantra ult. We still have Shatter, and we still have Wall to cancel LOS here. I think Charybdis is a little in danger.
110%. They may be a little bit in danger here. However, they're going to try their best here with what they do, as we have seen in previous maps. Not a lot happening. Dynamite comes out, the wall comes up. It looks like a possible Shatter for Finn. Nothing yet. Finn still holding onto his first Shatter that he has built up this whole game, but has not been needed. Zippy is still holding onto the wall as well. Fern does have Annihilation there. Is going to pop it. A huge ultimate, and is able to stop Euclorian from popping his ultimate. That is an unfortunate there. Aso able to take out 2. Zippy going to take out Claws, but it is just a cleanup here for Charybdis. And finally, first win for Charybdis here. And that was super unfortunate for Glorian. I guess he just was a little too high in the air, and Aso able to just take advantage of that and cancel it.
Tell you, bat movement in the air can be a little finicky sometimes. Come up in this next fight, we're looking at May ult from Charybdis. Gonna get that beat by this, hopefully with Poe coming out. Maybe even a window. And the Donglers are looking at maybe a May ult and window. This is who builds ult first.
Oh,
Pick on the this Ash
nice
comes out of nowhere.
With the nice shot onto Ronin there, and it looks like the Donglers are just going to back out, use the TP. No point in trying to continue rotating when Ronin himself is not even alive and has no head there.
Listen, the name of the game is who ults first. Honestly, the Donglers need to get in there, pop down their Mayor window, take them out. They can take this map, but Charybdis is looking at every single ult except for Mantra.
Penguchi going to pop at the window. Ronin says, I'm going to pop some of my own here, and it looks like Annihilation 90%. Aso coming in. Cloxer with a nice headshot on the Ronin. Aso able to take out Sandshrew. Claws able to take out Finn for that first beginning of the fight. And again, going to be another quick reset for the Donglers. And it looks like Charybdis are finally putting their foot down. They're saying, hey, we're no longer going to get steamrolled. The cart stops here.
Huge misplay from the Donglers there. The window went all the way to the back line. No one can use that back there. We're looking at a wasted ult here, no value, and Charybdis is back with 4 ults, only used window in that fight. We're looking at a huge May ult, probably gonna get everyone.
Possibly, but the TP does come out, but Fern able to take out Ronin, and his immortality clocks are able to take out Sandshrew with the help of Fern. Otherwise, not much coming else. ASO able to take out Fern. It looks like they're going to push up to possibly get these picks here. Most likely, they say no, we're just going to back out. Tell me if I'm wrong, but Finn is still holding on to this Shatter that he had since the beginning of the game since he's built it. He hasn't used it once, not even to try to get a single pick confirmed. Just hasn't even used it once. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is costing his team quite a bit without using a Shatter. You know,
Shatter is a powerful ult. It can come out, it can take down the team. No abilities are going to come out here. We're looking at Bob here as well.
Folks are taking out Ronin. The Bob comes out. Sandshrew able to quickly melt that. The ultimate coming out for the side of, Charybdis here. The Donglers in a little bit of situation. Euchlorian able to take out Claws. Clockser, however, taking out Sandshrew. It's 4v4 here. Sandshrew and Finn and Zippy are very low currently. ASO just sitting in the back line, not really pressured much. And here comes the beat. And there's the Shatter.
Huge Shatter.
2 down, not much follow-up, Euchlorian able to follow up quickly. Fern pops his Annihilation, but it's quickly taken down, only able to take out Euchlorian. And there we go, 12 seconds remaining as they're pushing this final little bit. It looks like Donglers is going to try and choke them and hold them in the spawns, that way they cannot touch, but we are definitely most likely going to get an overtime here as this ball, Fern is switched to ball. Zippy going to pop the wall. Ronin going to also pop his window here. The Donglers on the Reaper. A C9 indeed. Not much they can do there. Overtime capture. Finally, Donglers able to finish what they thought they were going to start with, which was 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Nonetheless, still a full capture. Now it's a little bit on the Charybdis. They have a little bit more pressure now. Now they do have to fully cap. There is no winning here. It's either fully cap or lose.
Ninja, I'm telling you, the ball pick, the stall picks were there. Ball, May. We had the window with the Ash up top. In my opinion, Charybdis should have got back on that point. I can't understand why they didn't. It was the I can't believe it. I guess it had to be the pressure from the Donglers. Looking up at this next map, we're looking from the Charybdis with a dive with Sim. I'm going to be honest with you, I think this is, correct me if I'm wrong, the first time we've seen Charybdis roll out on anything other than ROM or Rhine Brawl or Rush.
You are correct. So it's going to be a little interesting to see basically how these two teams can play each other's comps, because we're basically kind of seeing a swap. Usually you would see Charybdis playing the Ramattra comp, and you would see the Donglers playing the Winston comp. But here it is completely swapped around, and I think this may be a telltale of something that is going to possibly be happening going into this next fight. And we are off here. 4 minutes on the clock. Can the Charybdis do something? Or will map 3 go to
The big thing to watch out for is that Sombra from Charybdis. It is going to be the make or break. You hack that ROM, you do enough damage, it could be over. Hack the Lucio, he's gone. Honestly, I think Charybdis is going to want to poke out for now, maybe gain an ult, gain some space. We're looking at a flank from their Echo as well.
Boxer trying to get something, just get a little cheeky pick off there, kind of like a little Genji there, just trying to use all your resources to get a pick. Forces out the Mortality Field, a huge anti-nade coming in from Penguchi, able to just quickly be cleansed. However, Claude's looking a little bit half HP. ASO trying to do something here, trying to just be annoying in this backline here. Fern able to take out Finn quickly as he has melted. And now it's just a squishies onto the side, but Fern quickly getting melted, able to just barely stay past full HP. And there's Zippy taking down Clockser. And again, a huge anti-Ronin and Zippy. Sandshrew are both low, and there we go. Clean up there. Fern able to clean up 3 that fight, and it is going to look like a quick little push for Charybdis.
big thing there in that last fight was Monkey's Bubble and Echo's Beam. Monkey Bubble cut off any healing Finn was even thinking of getting if it wasn't for that anti. Also, Echo's Beam being probably one of the most devastating attacks you could do. If you didn't know, under half HP, Echo's Beam does an insane amount of increased damage, going through basically anything. We're looking at a little flank from behind and a dive as well.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate though. Ronan does not have his immortality field since he used it to keep Finn alive, who was half HP. Azo able to take out Zippy there. The ice block comes out. Clockser is going to go Ramatra road of his own, but is slowly taken out with the copy. But is still able to get Euphorian. Not much else happening right now. The huge anti coming out. The May ult does come out from Sandshrew, but not a lot of follow-up. Too frozen, but nobody there, nobody alive to follow up, and it is going to be not as quick, but still quite quick point capture there. Clocks are trying to chase this Lucio down as quickly as possible, and is actually able to get him.
It's the stagger. Amazing.
Amazing
Honestly, here
stuff.
we're amazing. Listen, this Echo, Clockser is putting in work. Either it's chasing down low targets, finding opportunities, flanking from behind. I mean, this, along with the anti-nades, we're looking at a insane amount. We are looking at 3 ults coming from Charybdis and only 2 from the Donglers. Hopefully you're going to roll out with an EMP, or hopefully you're going to roll out with maybe a beat here to sustain Finn or Montreal.
Burn going to pop his little angry monkey ultimate here. Is going to take out Sandshrew, forces Euphorian to use B. Finn going to pop Annihilation here, but instantly it is taken down. Ronan, you do see her switching to the Kiriko for those little cleansing moments, but Aso takes him out quickly, and not a lot happening. Bloxer copies the Ramatra and is taken out of it, but Clocks are able to find Finn. And that is most likely going to be a checkpoint B capture for the side of Charybdis.
Listen, the Donglers are trying to make comm swamps. We're swapping Akiri to hopefully stop that anti. We're swapping Akiri to deal with that Echo. But it's just not working here. Charybdis is in it to win it right now with a small dive and Echo flanking again.
Yeah, Echo flanking again, and the Reaper, they're trying to sustain this monkey and keep him at bay, but you can't really do that when you're getting anti-nated by Penguchi playing this Ana, and it's playing it very well. I don't think I've seen Charybdis really die at all. I think the only people I've seen die are Aso and Clockser, and that's really it. The tank and the support line is doing really good at staying alive here, and the Nano Monkey comes in. Fern going into the back line. Not a lot of damage coming onto him thanks to that Nano. Aso able to take out Sandshrew again. Fern onto Euphorian. Clockser taking out Ronan once again. Zippy trying his best to get something done. Fades away to try and get a little bit more HP, but is quickly whip shot into the next life.
Listen, we're looking here at this quick speed. We're using ults productively. We're getting those nano dives down. This backline is impenetrable. We're looking at Brig and Ana, 2 huge sustaining characters. Anyone tries to walk on them, Brig can keep away with the whip shot, and Ana can either sleep or keep themselves up with the nade. That backline's not getting touched here. We're looking at another dive with kits coming out as well.
Yeah, Kitsune Rush does come out. Sandshrew taken out again, but Finn the Human says, "Oh, the C9!"
They walked away!
If there's one thing you don't do, it is C9. They had the idea, they had the plan, but Charybdis just sat there and was like, "Come to us, you have to come to us." Oh. 4 minutes and 7 seconds compared to 1 minute on the clock. It looked like Donglers were dominating, but Charybdis said, "Anything you can do, we can do better." And it is looking now like Charybdis might take this 3-0 sweep, but we don't know going into round 3.
The comp swamp from the Donglers just didn't help enough. When Charybdis came out on the Winston Rush and with the Echo, it's almost unbeatable. I saw them get ripped apart repeatedly. The back line couldn't be touched. The front line is way too aggressive. The Donglers are going to have to switch up because it's not working. And we're seeing 2 C9s back-to-back. Shambali is the map to have fun, I guess. Here we're looking at almost the exact same comp for Charybdis here. I think it is. And it's going to be what they're sticking with. I think they're going to do what they do best. Stay in that back line. Don't let the pressure off. Keep them annoyed. We're looking at a comp spot from the Donglers as well, with Soldier hopefully going to get a little more pressure on that backline, maybe tell that Monkey and that Echo to back off, hopefully be able to get this down. Maybe we're looking at this, but I don't know about it. We're looking at the poke down main, hopefully going to walk up left now too as well.
Yeah, Fern currently just taking a little bit of poke damage. Nothing much, though, that Pangucci can't keep up. We're already 13% to the Nano. Meanwhile, running and kind of keeping up with 15% onto his window. And they're going to look to dive this lonely little soldier there. Cloaks are able to beam him out there. The boop comes in on the Fern. Kind of messing them up a little bit, and it's just so Finn able to shift, but ASO takes it out. 3 for 3 currently, but with the spawn being in favor of the Dongler side, it looks like Charybdis are going to have to back out and regroup and take this last fight in this corner, in this little corner here, right before the checkpoint A.
You gotta think about it like this. Charybdis has the time bank. They don't care how far this gets. They have 4 minutes on the clock. Another thing with that is you gotta think. Soldier out of position. Charybdis hits the dive as they should. Coming back down, we're looking at a little poke. Echo's still flanking. Huge nade comes out as well.
And Shrew tells Cloakster he is no longer safe in the sky on this May. And Sandshrew currently trying to freeze Fern here. Not a lot coming up. Fern super low HP, but the huge nade is able to hit the HP as he does get out just barely. Pangucci doing his best to keep him alive. And Sandshrew able to take out Fern finally. And checkpoint A seems like it was cleanly taken by the Donglers, but again in OT, if they lose one fight, it is over. So push as far as you can, Donglers.
Listen, we're getting that ult charge. We are building ults. We're coming up on our monster ult window. We're looking at Ana's Nano. We're looking at maybe even Mad Monkey, as you called it earlier, from Fern. We're hopefully looking at possibly an ult economy for the Donglers to keep this point going. We're looking here, and I think hopefully the Soldier can come out with a visor soon.
Indeed, running with the window, possibly looking ASO, just kind of poking the backline a little bit, trying to have people turn around so that way a dive can come in. However, the window does come out. He does have ult. The Nano comes out on the Fern from Pangucci. Boz almost with the ultimate as well. Fern able to take out people with his Mad Monkey, as I've called it. Zippy going to visor here, takes out the copy and takes out Pangucci. Again, they are pushing. Fox are stuck in that backline as they are super low HP. Again, they're just pushing in. Azo able to take out Flippy, but Finn is going to take out Fern, and Euclarian taking out Cloakster, excuse me, and Finn able to take out Claws, and Sandshrew going to get the little cleanup on the ASO. Checkpoint B now taken in OT. These two teams are just going back to back, and now this is where they're going into the part where they did struggle, and they cannot lose this fight.
Listen, I thought it was over as soon as that Nano dive came out in the backline. But Ronin, with the insane lamp and heals, keeping his entire team up just to stay in that monkey dive. Moving on, we got the Ramatra ult and the visor that came out to hopefully take this. We're looking at a Mail now here too, huge!
Sandshrew gonna pop the Mail, freezes Fern here. Zippy gonna early taking out Cloakster and Fern as well. Immortality Field was destroyed quite quickly before that. And again, we're going to have a little bit of ASO and Fern switching to the ball and the Ash, and this is looking like last fight territory here.
That Brig ultimate can come out and wipe this team if they're not careful enough. They need to get this ball or one of these hard stall characters out of the equation. We're looking at the rally pop too.
Trying to build up this visor here. Nothing else on the side of Donglers. Meanwhile, Claws is going to pop the rally here. Fern super low. ASO also super low. Not a lot coming out. Claws is taken out by the Chlorian. Finn is going to take out the Mortality Field from Pangucci. Nothing else is currently happening. There's just a lot going on. The Dynamite comes out. It is very huge. ASO able to get the little click. 25 HP though. Nothing else. Pangucci super low, but it's going to heal ASO. ASO missing some shots here. Ronan taking out Fern though. And they were not able to touch. They were not able to touch because their ball had died. They full capped with OT on the timer. Overtime cap. An amazing job by Donglers.
Insane ult economy by the Donglers there. We're holding ults, making sure we use them properly. We're looking at great May ults from Sandshrew. Beautiful visors from Zippy. amazing ability usage as well with Kellen with the lamp and Eucalorian speed boosting his team in and out as possible. Finn also looking great on the Ramattra there. The Charybdis isn't doing bad as well though. Beautiful nano dies coming out, beautiful ultimates coming out from both sides. I do have to say though, Fern is looking a little more worse for wear at this comp. You know, we're getting closer together. He's not finding targets out of the way. We're not getting that insane ability to pick left and right. I honestly think as long as the Donglers stay together, we're not going to lose anything. Coming back out with these comps as well. Charybdis is coming out on the Sombra again. Maybe we're going to switch it up from the Echo. Echo wasn't getting too much value that last time. I think picked the Soldier maybe once or twice, but they started to play around that beam, making sure they saved their lamp, saved themselves. Look, they're all in the corner right here, probably sticking together. On the Donglers side, running the exact same comp. If it works, why change it? We actually are going to have an Echo swap back right out.
Donglers just had a little bit of a, campfire. Looks like they're feeling great currently, OT, full capture. What else can you do? Looks like they're going to be holding close here. Claws on the Zen, a very interesting pick here as Fern is just going to have that little orb on him. Nothing else really. Just going to be right-clicking on the backline squishies. Nothing else. Currently being melted a little bit for his armor though. A huge anti-nade coming into the backline. Fern able to take out Ronin. Aso able to take out that mortality field right before that. Otherwise this Discord is going to be very strong. Clockster taking out Finn with the beam. You can't block that, Ramattra. And Sandshrew going to take out Fern before he goes out of his own beeline though. Aso taking out Sandshrew, just kind of showing who's the DPS diff here. Luclorian going to die on point, but would take out a little bit of time. A minute has already passed, and now they're finally starting to push Asa with the 3-man cleanup there. Interesting, and an amazing job done by Charybdis.
Insane plays by Charybdis there, We took the high ground, we got the Zen pick, we started hitting them from both sides. Donglers didn't know what to do there. They're pinned from both sides. They needed to make a decision there and then, and instead they stayed, letting them just get way too much space, way too much power. We're going in here, we're looking at maybe a slept Ramattra on the left side.
Most likely Ramattra was slept there. I personally did not see it because I was too focused on what's going on currently. But looking at it, Zippy does have currently visor up. Meanwhile, Fern just kind of taking poke from that. Again, it looks like Donglers are going to hold close. Forces the copy. Zippy forces the copy from Clockster. Ronin able to take it out quickly. The Nano Monkey comes out. Looks like Visor might be coming from Zippy. He's like, never mind, I don't need it. But the thing is, it's still a 3v2. What's going to happen? Zippy on 40 HP, doing his best, trying to die on cart here. Going to try and take the case, but Sandrew with a 1v1 situation here. Aso with 130 HP, 59 HP, forces the recall. Sandrew in a 1v1 situation again, not much. Kiriko comes out, trying to save Sandrew, was too late. The pulse bomb misses! Donglers looks like ended up ultimately winning that one, actually, matter of fact. Looking on 5 ultimates coming onto Donglers. Meanwhile, Charybdis only have 2.
Insane stall from Sabrina, and then Eucalorian coming out of nowhere. Sandshrew comes out, insane stall with it. We're looking at Window here as well.
Window is popped by Ronin, so Zippy going to pop Visor here, and it looks like Charybdis are just going to back out completely into their spawn. Meanwhile, Fern fighting for his life, having to pop Angry Monkey there and nothing else. I know it's called Primal. I like the saying Angry Monkey. We're going to stick with it for the rest of this broadcast.
I think I might like Angry Monkey more. We're looking at this next fight here. 60 seconds left. We're looking at Ramattra ult, May ult, and Kits. We need to pop an ult now. Scare them. Get them back. Charybdis is looking at only Echo copy right now. Maybe a trans to keep them up. I think we need to pull something. We're looking at the copy right here and a dive by Monkey.
Copy coming in, but the May ult does come out, and that is all they may need. All the copy is staying alive by the tip of their tongue. I know it's tip of the tail, but tip of the tongue is better. Zippy going to take out Clockster's copy. Otherwise, no picks coming out. Nano Monkey coming out. The wall comes out to isolate him. Half HP, nothing left. Nothing left. Oh, Aso goes down to Finn. 1 HP. Echo the backline. Ronin says, "Nuh-uh, Cloakster, you're not taking me out." Is able to take Ronin out. Ronin able to take out Cloakster. Finn taking out Penguchi. Euclorian taking out Fern. Zippy right-clicking claws back into the next life, and I think that will do it. This may be the start of something great for Donglers, forcing out an amazing shots there. And there we go. Donglers seemed a little shaky after round 2. Round 3 showed us why they are looking at something that is maybe amazing and great, otherwise known as a reverse sweep. But it's only map 3. Only map 3, so I'm not going to try and jinx them there. Amazing shots by Aso there.
Listen, Ninja, we're looking at huge plays from both teams there. We got the trans to come out to save from the May ult and the kits there. Both perfectly timed ults, getting them a little scared, hopefully forcing out that trans. Then we wait, we sit there, we get the Ramantra ult win ready. Came out a little longer than I think it should have, but you know, we have the dive in the backline. That corner is just too strong for these brawl comps here. We're looking at small corners, we're looking at close, natural cover, we're looking at no damage coming through. Huge ability usage from both teams there, saving them till the absolute last moments. And I gotta give props once again to Sandshrew. Beautiful stall. I mean, also, Fern coming in with the best dives I've seen. I mean, otherwise than this, it's looking like a great game.
100%. And speaking of great games, because it's no longer a 3-0, we're going to a map 4. Charybdis, Donglers, 2-1. Don't go anywhere. Go get your water. We're going to take a little 3-minute break. Don't go anywhere. This story is getting good. stream. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It is map 4 of Charybdis versus Donglers Rainbow Open Tournament. 2-1 going into map 4. If you're just tuning in with us and you're catching up, just to give you a little bit of a rundown. 2-0 going into map 3. Charybdis looking at a match point. Donglers in map 3 ended up taking them to a round 4 where Donglers ended up full capping with no time and then ended up capping again with no time. Meanwhile, Charybdis capped the first time with 3 minutes left, but thanks to the rules of Overwatch, where if you have no time, but the enemy team caps with over a minute, you get more time. So, with that being said, Charybdis capped with 4 minutes and 7 seconds and then got full held. As me and Kurzak were talking about, a little bit of a mental destroyer. Otherwise, an amazing game so far. Going into map 4, what do we got?
Map 4, we're looking at one of the new modes that have just come out. Push. Esperanza. We're looking at my big friend Bob, as I like to call him in the middle. Our big robot friend who's going to be having 2 giant columns. You're going to be pushing them back and forth, trying to get it to the enemy's side of the map. Once you reach the end, it's a full win, no matter how much time's on the board. There's a few checkpoints in the way that will get us closer spawns for our team, or for both of our teams. And we're looking at probably one of the fastest maps in Overwatch we can look. 10 minutes on the clock. Unless someone full caps, we're looking at 10 minutes and 10 minutes only. No extra time, no other stuff like that. We are going to see the best dives, I think, from both teams here. Actually, I'm wrong. We are going to be looking at the ROM rush again with our Sim and Reaper from the Donglers, and it looks like we are looking at the dive from Charybdis on the other team. With this comp, we're looking with Esperanza, we're looking at 2 big things. The middle point, both amazing high grounds, good for snipers, setting up dives, positioning, or just keeping your supports away from anything else. We're looking at a big column. We're not going to see too much sight lines in the middle, but once we get to that second point, everything's going to open up. It is going to be a dive city. Coming in this first fight, we do have the Donglers taking the height, pushing the Charybdis back.
Yep, and looking at this, both teams running kind of the same exact thing. However, support line is a little bit different, and you got a Reaper instead of a Tracer here, and getting right into it. Aso forcing to use his recall immediately. Fern jumping out of there, and Bob, the little push cart bot, is going to be pushing a little bit into the side of Donglers Fader. 7 meters, excuse me, counting. Meanwhile, Penguchi a little bit low, but it's going to be healed up by Claws. And first fight is not really a lot of picks, but it's just going to kind of be like a stall currently. And as I say that, Fern going to drop down, a hack going on to Claws, super low HP, and Cloxer is forced to get out. Fern still diving on Zippy's super low HP and his whip shot into the next life. Claws there saying, "Nuh-uh, you're not touching my Ana there." Let's check out Euchlorian. Not a whole lot going on. Sandshrew taking out Fern, so it is currently a 2v4 going into the favor of Charybdis here, excuse me, and Claws and Cloxer getting their own picks respectively on Finn and Ronan. And quite a long fight nonetheless. Almost 2 minutes have passed by. However, the bot is now starting to push onto the side for Charybdis.
A huge misplay from Zippy Bloom there, just taking the time to get picked. Now, while Sombra does come back fast, we're giving ult charge to the other team. Charybdis is looking at 4 ults here and possibly even a rally. We're looking at Pulse being shot out right now as well.
Pulse was shot out, hit nothing though, and it looks like the team is just going to continue pushing. I don't know what the Donglers are doing, but they're quite taking some time to try and rotate around to this backline here. Fern just staying on the bot, not really worried about anything, gets some of that more objective time. Azo able to take out Zippy. Fern super low is backed into a corner, taken out by Sandshrew, but the EMP does come out, and so does the Nano onto the Som. Amazing. Clocks 5 ultimates onto the... Now it's like Charybdis takes a win.
Yeah, Ninja, we're looking at 3 ults used here. We're looking at Pulse on the early. Don't worry, we'll get that back. EMP and Nano. Now, the EMP came out perfectly. Hit everyone, do what it needs to do, take them down, lose the abilities. Now, Donglers are looking at 5 ults here. We are going to see, hopefully, another EMP just to match that one, or maybe even a Blossom to take out this Winston who's diving in their backline with ult.
And a nano and a anti-nade comes in. Finn going to be punching on this angry monkey. Super low HP. Clocks are going to have to recall away. This break super low. Having to pop ultimate here. Finn popping his ultimate of his own. Just going in, punching, swinging, all of the above. Zippily taking out Clockser, it looks like here. And again, just the support line sustaining each other, but not for long. Finn take out Claws, is going to punch away at Pengucci. Zippy taking out Fern. The bot was stolen, but is slowly then contested back. And is going to look like going into the favor of Donglers again.
Huge play from the Donglers there. They took the bot, got it away. We're not getting any more push. There's no chance of worrying about where the bot is. They have control. They have to force Charybdis into it with a huge pick on Clockser as well. We're coming in this next fight. I'm thinking we're looking for an EMP rush right onto them. We're going to want this bot is the name of the game here. Hopefully we can get the checkpoint. This is going to give us the closer spawns here. Another thing with the bot, it moves very fast when not pushing, so we don't have to worry about push too much. Another good thing here looking around this comp, I think personally we are looking at a nano dive from Charybdis right here. And a good dive comes in. No nano though.
Possibly running, taking out Aso though pretty early into this fight. Sandshrew having to use his own little fake. Clocks are going to use takes out Sandshrew of his own. The nano comes on the Fern and it goes away instantly. Angry Monkey is now popped, but Ronin going to use Coalescence of his own, and nothing really happening there. The backline is kind of in a sustained little situation, however, been super low HP, so is Zippy. But Fern is still in this backline, just causing havoc, but Ronin says, no more Monkey, no more, and takes him out. Meanwhile, Finn is low HP, was antied, and Zippy is going to, Bloxer is going to teleport away, and there we go. Another fight going into the way of the Donglers.
I gotta say, the Charybdis is going into these fights looking very well, very clean, getting picks, coming in with ults, and aren't able to just sustain the damage coming out. I think we're looking at hopefully a comm swap here from Charybdis, but we're actually looking at a dive on Euclorian.
Bloxer says a Sombra diff immediately onto Zippy, and that was not an EMP, excuse my eyes. The Clocks are taking out you, and that is 2 picks for Clocks. Are building up that EMP super quickly. Sandra gonna try to chase out that Tracer, but Tracer is super fast, so good luck with that. Fern just taking out Claws and Ronin, or excuse me, Finn and Fern with that 3-man little cleanup there. Not a lot happening, and the Donglers are gonna take back control of this bot. However, Charybdis does still have forward spawns for now.
Going into this next fight, Ninja, I think here's the plan for the Donglers. You know, these dives have been coming out really frequently. We're going to get this high ground. We're going to come up here. We're going to wait for them to find us. We're going to use that. We're going to use that Reaper ult. We're going to burn someone down, but it looks like Charybdis is backing off. Maybe not keeping, maybe wanting for a dive on the backline here. I do say the ante comes out again with a dive as well.
Ante, huge, getting 3 people a stick there, finding nothing. A 5-man EMP on the so taking out Euclorian there. Claws taking out Zippy. Ronin uses Coalescence of his own. The EMP do wear off. A 4v5 currently in the works right now. Fern taking out Ronin. Sandshrew down to see attack, taken out by Fern as well. Clocks are taking out Finn. Finn was able to, but not much else, and wow, on to the side of Charybdis as they're going to push.
Ninja, as I told you earlier in these games, it's who ult first. We're seeing Charybdis come out and they're ulting, they're EMPing, they're nanoing, they're diving, they're getting these ultimates out. We're looking at Donglers here saving these ultimates, not being able to use them just for the pure fact they don't think they should use them. Here comes out the EMP in the rush.
Huge EMP. Pengucci not able to use the nano there, And actually, Aso uses Pulse Bomb there, excuse me, and is going to end up being taken out by Zippy there. But, you know, Pulse Bomb is a cooldown. Just use it. Already 25% there. Folks are taking out Sandshrew pretty early for this stall. Quite the pick they needed there. Looks like, however, Donglers are going to come back fairly quickly. And, again, 3 ultimates for the side of Donglers compared to the 4 on the Charybdis.
He's the one of the best. Oh, and the Ramatra comes out, and it seems like it's not going to work.
No,
It's still going?
immediately, Fern, Angry Monkey annihilated Euchlorian there, and that is going to be it for this fight usually. Not a lot happening otherwise, just Finn trying to take this bot and trying to just push it away, saying, stay away, this is my bot, but the Tracer going to touch, but oh, one punch and you're dead. Forces to use recall. Fern taking out Ronan. Euchlorian still holding on to that beat though, but it looks like it's not needed. Claws finishing off Finn, but Zippy takes out Cloxer, and it looks like he's going to get away, translocate away, and that is the end of the fight. Oh,
Listen,
amazing.
the Donglers have the advantage on the push at the moment. They can take these fights, hold this bot, take it away, gain as much time as they want while keeping these ults with them. We're going to be coming up on 4 ults here, probably the most powerful ults. And we're going to pick on the Tracer already, causing Charybdis to back up.
Asa was hacked by Zippy almost immediately, and Zippy again, these amazing hacks coming out, able to punish the team when they're pushed up too far, and Finn is going to take out Pengucci and Fern. Sandshrew is going to take out Claws as well. Clockner 5 HP, a lucky man himself. 4 ultimates on the side of Donglers coming into last fight territory. It's make it or break it.
We're also looking at 3 ults from Charybdis, though. 3 powerful ults, Nano, EMP, and Pulse. All very easily killable. And here comes out the EMP, getting every single Dongler.
The EMP very questionable as the beat does come out, and so does Sandshrew using ultimate there. Sandshrew able to take out Fern. Not much else happening, and they weren't able to touch.
Another touch.
They weren't able to touch. They were picked off the point. Donglers win the 4th map, sending us into map number 5. An amazing job by Donglers. Down 2-0 in this series, taking us to a map 5. I gotta say, I am not surprised, but I am definitely impressed.
I'm with you there, Ninja. I'm very impressed with this team's work. After those first 2 maps, you know, a lot of times this game is mental, you know, it's how you're doing, how you're feeling, how you're communicating in these sidelines. And, you know, out of most teams, you're gonna feel this pressure on you. You're gonna feel scared, worried, or you might think it's over, but it looks like the Donglers found it, whatever they were looking for. Both beautiful plays from Charybdis out here, diving, using ults early, finding these picks that they needed. The sustainability from the Donglers, however, is just too strong. Lucio and Moira keeping them up. That Moira being able to throw out as many discords as she wants and just keep throwing her healing everywhere, along with Moira Co. I mean, it's just insane. We are looking at 2 great teams battling it out for probably the most insane, possibly comeback I have seen.
Oh, 100%. Now, going into this map fight, Charybdis, if you remember, did win map 1 2-0 for control. Donglers weren't able really to do much on control, and we're going into map 5 for control. So if you're thinking about it, is Donglers going to be able to complete this full reverse sweep and 3-2 Charybdis? Or is Charybdis going to say, we are just playing around and take map 5 with ease and then go 3-2? Or I say with ease for now, but you never know. May go into a final fight of 99-99 1-1. You never know. But Donglers doing an amazing job. I don't know what they're doing, but it just seems like they are so much more connected than they were the first 2.
Listen, here we're looking at a completely different control map from we're looking at Oasis other than Nepal. We're looking at closer quarters, high ground, Mega's very close to point. Not that much other than just pure all-out brawl, which is what I hope I see from both teams. Probably the most interesting comp, just a clutter of hammer swingings and bap keeling. I mean, this could be it. This is a different control. However, Charybdis has proven themselves along with the Donglers. So I guess we'll have to see where they go from here.
Oh, 100%. And jumping into Map 5 Oasis, I want to talk a little bit about what we're gonna see. Are we gonna see what we've been seeing all game? Charybdis running either that Winston composition, Donglers running the Ramasha situation, or are we going to go one where it was reversed? Charybdis was actually running the Ramasha while Donglers were running the Monk. I want to get your opinion. What do you think we're going to be seeing these two teams? Is it going to be the same from map 3 on, or is it going to be the compositions we saw from map 1 and 2?
Listen, the Donglers have found their sweet spot with the Ramattra. The Ramattra, the Sombra, all these abilities, we are rocking with it. I don't think Donglers are going to switch it up. This is a good map for them. It's control. We got Ramattra ult, EMP, all contained ultimates that are really going to be useful on these control points where you really can't step off the map. Charybdis, however, might go back to the same Ramattra. I'm thinking they're going to meet him there. However, I do have a slight opinion just a little bit, they might go back to that Winston. There is a high ground on Oasis that is very well known for getting in and out as fast as possible. If I was Charybdis, I would stick with what you did earlier. Grab the Echo, grab the Winston. You're going to come up and down, get the Donglers, force their abilities, and then pounce on them. So I really hope Charybdis does come back on that Winston dive.
I agree. Winston Dive super fun to watch because it's high stakes, high rewards, a lot of things happening, and my job is to tell the viewers what's going on. And quite frankly, I love talking. If you can't tell, just a little bit, not the sound of my voice, but I love talking. I love telling people what to do. No, I'm kidding. But getting into map 5, Oasis here on control. I kind of want to actually get a little bit into the fun facts. Kind of seems like a perfect. However, that will be after we take this little bit of a break. Don't go anywhere. Map 5 coming your way soon. Welcome back, everybody, to Map 5. Charybdis versus Donglers. RainbowOpen. Charybdis started off 2-0. Now they're tied even with the Donglers at 2-2. Map 5. Control. First control map was taken 2-0 by Charybdis. Are we going to see the same exact thing? Are we going to see a closer match? Or is Donglers going to go 2-0 or end up taking the map? All going to come in quite a short few seconds here. Meanwhile, I want to get into a little bit of the interesting fun facts about Donglers and a little bit about the Charybdis. So personally, my two favorites here are Sandshrew. Very much enjoys being referred to as the Sabrina Sandshrew Brown. And ask chat to please do this as much as you can. So if you see Sandshrew in chat after the game, make sure to refer to her as the Sabrina Sandshrew Brown. And Finn the Human, all he has to say is, Winston, how's it hanging? You get that? I love you. Meanwhile, on to Charybdis. Like we talked about earlier today, Fern just got his wisdom teeth taken out, so isn't really doing much talking, but is kind of quite dominating. Aso was born and raised in Mexico, or was raised in Mexico, excuse me, not born, but raised in Mexico. And Claus, as you can see here, likes baking cookies shaped like circles. I hope so. Also sometimes bakes cookies shaped like chairs. Quite interesting indeed. And getting into the map 5 with all those fun facts in mind, you gotta realize who has it more. Who wants it more? You know, speak to me, Kurzak. Who wants it more? Which also, I'll talk about your fun fact in a second. But who wants it more?
Well, Ninja, I don't know how you make chair-shaped cookies, but God, I want one. Honestly, here, we're looking at Charybdis coming up with a 2-0 lead in the first two maps. They were ready. They're wanting it. They are good to go. However, the Donglers coming back with the two maps, taking it all the way to map 5, it seems like they don't want to give up. There's no way. I think these teams personally both want it bad. If I had to give it a favorite, I'd have to give it to Charybdis here. They came up strong, and I think they're probably going to finish strong too.
100%. And before we continue on to that, your fun fact that you gave to us was you frequently like to cosplay as a bowling pin. You care to explain a little bit of that to us?
Well, Ninja, I had done bowling for a lot of my life and still do now in a league, and I also played in high school. So I frequently cosplay as the 10 pin, the one I can never hit.
Oh, that 10 pin, a monster indeed. I play a bit of bowling myself, super fun. Not the greatest, but still super fun. I think my highest score is like 202. But anyway, getting into this, looks like a little bit of poke from both these monkeys here, but Finn is ended up being lower. But, you know, Fern over here going backline, and Sombra's going to take out Finn there in a quick section, and it looks like Charybdis is going to be the first ones to take it. However, Fern was a little bit low, but it is fine. Both monkeys were just sitting there kind of grading each other, you know, doing the usual, and now one of them other is perfectly fine currently.
Listen, Ninja, I was not expecting this from both teams to run out on the Winston dive. Over here on Charybdis, we're looking at the Sombra to hopefully take out some targets, open up some targets for the Winston, and we're looking at Donglers over here with the Ash to sustain the backline from this Winston, who is pelting them at the moment.
Currently, Euchlorian was super low, having to get pumped up by Ronan, and Sippy takes out Bloxer there, saying, no ma'am, no sir, no whatever you want to call yourself. Sombra there is down and out for the count. Meanwhile, Aso there currently having to use recall to escape the Ash Dynamite there. Tracer diving onto the backline, also having to use their recall as well. 87 health, and Zippy taking out Aso, a clean headshot to say the least. Finn is hacked. Euchlorian able to bash Cloxer, taking him out. Here's the thing is though, Charybdis still holding on to this point though, 53% and counting. No shield for Claws, and here we go. Flip finally into the side of Donglers with 56% for Charybdis. But here's the thing, Azo takes out Euchlorian just as I was talking, and the angry monkey has to come out for Finn and is actually able to take out Claws, and not much else is happening there. Try to keep him out. Finn takes out Pangucci off the map and watches him go. And Cloaks are not able to skip Finn's as well as 3 picks, ending this fight there.
Ninja, huge dives from both teams. We have Finn hopping on the back line, keeping the pressure. We have Cloxer putting the pressure on any of the supports, taking that. But I'm telling you, Zippy is sitting at the top with the Ashe, and another thing Ashe has is the ability to keep anything away with that gun. We're looking at a Nano Monkey in the back line and a Pulse coming out, hopefully stalling the point as long as they can.
Possibly. Nano Monkey and that Pulse Bomb not able to get much there. Cloaks are pacing down Sandshrew and actually able to pick and then get out safely. Meanwhile, the EMP is here for the side. Clockser there is able to actually also get to pick on the Ronin with a dive from Finn. Aso able to take out Zippy. Fern taking out Euclorian as well. No need for any ultimates here as the cleanup is going to come in. Cloakser taking out Finn, the Q-Man, and switching over 68% for Donglers. Meanwhile, Charybdis creeping up to that percentage with 60% and counting.
Big thing we're going to be looking for in this next fight is that EMP. It's probably going to be one of the strongest ultimates here. You know, you're going to stop the leap. You might even get the... Once you get that EMP out, the back line is fair game, and I think we're setting up for it right here. The only thing that's probably going to be able to counter is this rally hopefully coming up, and here comes the EMP.
MP not able to actually, excuse my language, looking at the wrong team, able to hit 3. Aso taking out Ronin, Finn taking out Fern, so it was a 4v4 in this situation. Euclorian popped the rally, Claws popping his rally of his own. Sandshrew taking out Aso, saying Tracer diff. Let's see if it's going to continue here. Meanwhile, rally still coming out, super strong, no barrier though for the bash. Bob comes out from Zippy to contest point just a little bit to get to that 99. To actually capture, not contest. Zippy taking out Clockser. Finn with the Penguchi elimination. 75% accounting for Donglers. Meanwhile, Charybdis at 99%. It is now make or break going into what it seems to be last fight.
Huge rally from Euclorian, keeping that monkey off the team, getting them as far away as possible. Here, we're going to worry about one thing, and these are both the monkey's ults, and we're going to be looking at possibly another nano if they can build it in time. I don't know if the Bob was really necessary last fight, but it isn't good, and we're going to fit in the backline, hopefully to do some damage with his mad monkey.
Andrew sticks, claws, Finn, and able to get a pick with the mad monkey. So, Aso and Fern have different Dongler. One! Best to do anything possible, taking out Aso, but no matter. Clockster says, this is our point, this is our time. 99.99%. It looks like the last minute touch from the Lucio gets hacked. Nothing else. Claws with the boop on the run and to boop him away. Boop his life away. 1-0, going in favor of Charybdis, but super close. A lot closer than map 1, round 1 of Control. So, again, going to be very interesting to see where this goes.
And we're looking at two things here. The Bob and the Mad Monkey by Finn. Both ults seem to have come out just a little too early, even though it wasn't an overtime. Now, I feel like this was hopefully in an attempt to maybe push them Charybdis back, but ultimately it just wasted their resources, giving Charybdis enough time to take their step back, let it get to overtime, flip the point, and come right back at them. And at that point, that's the name of the game. Quick and move fast, ult efficiency, and just having more ults than the other team. And hopefully, looking at this fight, we're running the exact same comps in this high ground. Whoever controls this, I think, is going to be the real winner of this map.
Yeah, looking at an Ashe for Zippy instead of the usual Sombra. Meme blocks are going to stay on the Sombra there. A dive coming in to Fern. Bubbled down, not much though, getting melted 200 HP before he's able to drop. Meanwhile, Fern just sitting pretty currently on point. Zippy able to take out Penguchi. Finn able to take out Claws. That is the backline of Charybdis, excuse my language for God, wow, a lot is happening. I am losing my mind currently, but there we go. Donglers able to take it. Excuse my language for that choppy casting.
Don't worry, Ninja. Trust me, this game is fast. It's quick. We got to pick on the Sombra as well. These dive comps do not slow down. As you can see, we're finding targets. We're jumping quick, fast. We're moving as quick as possible. We're looking up here. Maybe going to build, hopefully, no ults actually on the board, it looks like. Maybe a pulse bomb from Acer over here, but we're looking at a quick dive in the back. Winston barely getting out.
Yeah, Finn 1 HP and anti, but is able to actually get pump some heals from Ronin there. 35% looking at the point now as the constant boobs coming in. And that is going to be Aso taking out Ronin from the back like a sneaky assassin. Actually able to finish off Zippy as well. And there we go. There's a stick on the monkey. That is 3 picks for Aso. And like I told you, it is a cool. It looks like Sancher's going to stall out as much as possible. Going to be about 53% before the flip. And counting.
Huge thing about this is we're looking at ults once again. Probably the biggest thing. We're looking at Nano from Charybdis and EMP, and we have Mad Monkey as well. This is going to be a hard thing to take, although we are looking at quite a bit of ults from the Donglers. Hopefully we can get that pulse bomb out early and maybe get in there. We get a dive from the Winston in the backline with two huge antis.
Huge. But here's the thing, the backlines are traded out. Now it's just a matter of who can kill who first. Fern able to take out Zippy. Now it's a 2v3. No healers on either side of the board. Let's see what will happen here. Tracer v Tracer. 1 HP on both sides. Fern able to take out Sancher. Finn does... Monkey. Right now, both have Angry Monkey ultimates as well. It's going to be who can pop who's first. It's going to be a major stall. And their teams are coming back, actually. So again, it is currently a 3v3. But Fern is on Ronin. Ronin goes down. Can he take out Euclorian as well? Maybe force out an EMP. 1 Euclorian Clockster is taken. Actually takes him out. And there we go. Charybdis holds on to the point. 60% and counting for percentages. 5 ultimates across the board, though.
A huge thing we're looking at in that last fight and that try to restall was Euclorian going with his monkey to try to get enough damage, maybe get a pick. Meanwhile, Ronin runs to the point and is left alone, letting Fern come in and take that monkey. We're going to get another dive quick in the backline with a nano.
Ronin able to nano Finn, just like you said, but asleep immediately on else. But they are going to force the backline, back, and Fern, half HP, trying to dive onto his backline, doing a really good job. Zippy able to take out Pengucci, Euclorian, Zippy with another pick on the Clockster, and oh my god, selfie. Dix claws, Fern taking out the picks, got the monkey, got the Ana, Euclorian able to take it out, and they're going to flip it 99%. 2 fights. Possibly actually 3 needed to win for Donglers to take this round 2.
Ninja, I'm worried here in this last fight. We used every single ult to take that point. Not efficient, but it got it done. We're looking at Mad Monkey from Finn here, and we're looking at Charybdis running once again. The EMP, the Tracer Pulse, 2 very powerful bombs. Just insane, ready to destroy anything in their path. And here comes out the EMP and the dive in the backline.
EMP into the backline. Fern taking out both supports. Finn trying to do something of his own, but it looks like Fern has other plans. Mad Monkey does come out from Finn. Sancher able to take out Asos. Completely over yet, but it is looking quite closely. Finn hanging on to his life, half HP. Mad Monkey does go down. He was anti. Now he's quarter HP. Clockster takes out Sancher. Looks like down to Euclorian. Clockster able to take out 2. Again, it's very back and forth. Yeah, the rally comes out from Claws. Nothing else so far. Pengucci able to take out the nade. Claws taking out Ronin as well. Again, the backline is down. Finn switching to the Doom for the stall last minute. Zippy able to stall as much as he can, but it's taken down by Clockster. Doofus is going to possibly come in. Hacked immediately and almost in is down. Pengucci takes him down, and that might do it there. Jeez, another 2-0 for control for Charybdis. Charybdis almost was reverse sweep there, but ends up taking it 3-2. Round of applause all around. An amazing game, and Claws deserved play of the game there on that last fight. An amazing job by everybody on this teams.
Huge game there, Ninja. It was just amazing from both sides. We ran this dive repeatedly over and over again. I want to say, was there an ability to do a comp swap here, maybe switch some things up, force the other teams, but they stuck it out, a hard battle, and Charybdis comes out on top there. I'm going to have to say it, ult management was the key to winning this game. And the Donglers just shot too many out, I think. Not too much, but I do have to say, they did fight. They gave it their all. Charybdis, great games, big champions, you know. They had the amazing antis. They had the dives right. You know, they were just there. They were on top of the Donglers any single time they could. Other than that, I don't know what else the Donglers could have done.
just unfortunate near the end there, but those 2 rounds were definitely 99 to 99. So honestly, it was just really coming down to last fight, and unfortunately for the Donglers, but fortunately for the Charybdis themselves, they ended up taking those last fights that they needed and ended up winning the match. Now, Charybdis over 500, sitting at 3-2. Donglers under 500, sitting at 2-3. Let's see what happens. These teams going on to the future, and as we etch closer and closer to the playoffs. But for now, with that all being said, thank you so much, you viewers, for watching and for tuning in to this amazing and spectacular game. Again, I am Red Ninja. Sitting next to me is my favorite cosplayer of the number 10 pin for bowling, Kurzak. And again, this is the Rainbow Open. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.